Welcome to my channel. Welcome my family. This is USA Fact Story, where mysteries become reality.
Look closely at a cheap paper bag of tea the next time it steeps in boiling water. It costs pennies, sits in almost every kitchen cabinet on Earth, and seems like a basic staple. This chart shows the global market value of tea. Right now, it sits at $56.2 billion. By 2030, that number is projected to hit $73.7 billion, controlled by mega conglomerates like Nestle, Unilever, and Tata. These corporations are aggressively buying up independent operators to consolidate power. Treehouse Foods recently spent $205 million to acquire Harris Tea and absorb their massive private label blending and packaging operations. How exactly did a handful of dried leaves turn into a highly consolidated, multi-billion-dollar financial juggernaut? The modern tea market exists only because two clashing forces collided over the centuries: ancient, obsessive craftsmanship and ruthless colonial industrialization. For centuries, tea was a Chinese product. The plant originated in these steep, heavily forested mountain ranges. Because the terrain was so difficult to navigate, early tea was kept isolated and treated as an imperial luxury rather than a mass market product. The emperors of China guarded these plants with extreme prejudice. Specific mother shrubs, like the Da Hong Pao variety found high in the Wuyi Mountains, were protected by the state. Access to the raw material was restricted and rare. Creating premium green varieties like Longjing or Dragonswell required a staggering amount of physical labor. Workers had to harvest individual, delicate leaves by hand, leaf by leaf, ensuring they picked no damaged or weak buds. This animated diagram shows the mathematical weight of that labor. It takes exactly 100,000 tender shoots, picked one by one, to condense down and manufacture a single kilogram of Longjing tea. During this early era, tea's value would rooted in the geographic isolation of the mountains, the meticulous artisanal perfection of the growers, and the physical impossibility of scaling the crop for global consumption. By the 19th century, global demand for tea was soaring, and the British Empire looked for a way to break China's monopoly over the trade. They engineered a geographic shift, looking toward the fertile lands of India. Specifically, they targeted Jorhat, a city in the Assam region, choosing to rebuild this area as the new tea capital of the world. Rather than relying on slow artisanal mountain techniques, the British cleared massive tracts of land to implement scalable industrial plantation systems. They prioritized sheer volume over delicate craftsmanship. Enforcing this monopoly required violence. When local Indian leaders attempted to cultivate their own independent commercial crops, the colonial administration cracked down. In 1858, they publicly executed Manoram Dewan, a pioneering Indian tea planter who had challenged British control of the trade. With opposition crushed, the British poured resources into heavy extraction infrastructure. In 1885, they launched the narrow-gauge Jorhat Provincial Railway to move massive quantities of tea from the gardens to the river ports for rapid export. The final step was to remove the artistry from tea production. In 1911, the Taklai Tea Research Institute was founded, turning the agricultural process into a rigid, controlled science. Inside these laboratories, scientists optimized crop processing, studied soil chemistry, and maximized leaf yields. Every experiment was designed to generate a uniform, standardized product that could survive a globalized supply chain. The British stripped tea of its ancient artisanal limits, turning a delicate leaf into a highly efficient, scalable industrial export. If we look closely at today's $73.7 billion market, we see that it operates as a direct hybrid of both of these historical periods. To satisfy the massive volume required by grocery stores and cafes worldwide, multinational corporations rely on the colonial British blueprint: heavy logistics, mass distribution, and strict yield optimization. Yet, consumer preferences are forcing a shift back toward the original Chinese focus on quality. Buyers now demand origin traceability and single estate exclusivity, a trend known as premiumization, where consumers pay higher margins for artisanal traits. This synthesis is moving tea toward a dominant position in the wellness sector. By applying the scientific rigor of the research era to the specific chemical compounds found in traditional tea, like antioxidants and flavonoids, Corporations are now engineering low-sugar, functional beverages designed to target specific goals, from metabolic health to cardiovascular function. Every modern cup of tea holds this complex history. It represents the convergence of ancient imperial craft, rebellious industrial planners, and modern health science, proving exactly how a legacy built on 100,000 hand-picked shoots forged a $73 billion